My girlfriend recently told my mom that she was destroying my life and it would be best if she went to a home where others could deal with her. Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, going to go over a story titled, Am I the A-hole for not putting my mom into a nursing home? And a big shout out to Joseph for sending me this story. And guys, this story, in spite of what the title sounds like, actually is not like what it sounds like. This story, which you're going to see, about this guy here, this girlfriend, his girlfriend is going to get the A-hole of the decade award, if not A-hole of the century. You're going to see this story, guys, that this guy, he's a young guy, he's 19, he's about to go off to college, he works very hard, he got himself a scholarship, a full ride to a top major Ivy League university. The problem is his mom is in severe health problems to the point that she has to be at home and bed-stricken most of the time, needs help doing everything. And this guy is debating not taking the full ride and staying close to home to help take care of her because his dad's a truck driver and he's on the road a lot and all that. And this guy's girlfriend is throwing a tantrum over this because her guy isn't going to go leave and go off to this big Ivy League school and probably make her look good, and maybe he's her ticket out of there, who knows. And this girlfriend of his starts spreading these awful, terrible rumors about him and his mom because she's having a hissy fit over this. And when you see the rumors she spreads, it's awful. However, wait till you see how this thing ends and how this guy's mom handles the situation with her. It's quite entertaining. But that'll be a very good one here just to show you just how outrageous and awful some people can be in this world, how selfish and just, like I said, a-hole of the century this girl is. So just, guys, these are the types you may encounter and you got to cut them out of your life the second they start showing their ugly true colors. So it starts off, he says here, I, a 19-year-old male, live with my dad and brothers and my mom. My mom is the most beautiful soul ever. Always there for us. Encouraged us in whatever dream or goal we had. 2 years ago, Mom suffered a major stroke. She fought hard to learn to be able to walk and talk again. And we were in with her every step of the way. Things were going great until this past year. My mom now has unknown neurological disorders that renders her paralyzed to at times almost a vegetative state. In between those times, she's fine but can't be left alone. My dad is a truck driver but comes home every weekend, and we have a nurse who helps out during the day while we're at school or work. I was offered a full ride at one of our country's top universities when I graduated. My family, friends, and my girlfriend were so excited about it. Hell yeah, that's awesome. This guy obviously had to bust his butt on many fronts to make that happen. Good for him. But none as much as my mom. I was excited too, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't leave my mom's care on just my dad and my brothers. My girlfriend thinks I'm sick because I have zero problem feeding my mom, changing her diaper, bathing her, dressing her, carrying her outside to sit in the chair. Neither does my mom, my dad or brothers. His girlfriend thinks he's sick for that. You would think his girlfriend would think this guy's a saint. How many guys out there would want to do those things for their parent or anybody for that matter? I mean, really, that takes a hell of a lot of love. This sounds like an extremely rare, loving family, almost to the point that I have to wonder if this is real. I mean, I think it's real, but to the point that they're actually all that loving towards each other, because sadly that doesn't happen very much anymore. She's insulting him, thinking he's sick for doing this. My girlfriend recently told my mom that she was destroying my life, and it would be best if she went to a home where others could deal with her. His mom is going through all that hell on earth. Incapacitated most of the time, all that. And the girlfriend has the nerve to tell his mom that she's ruining her son's life. Now, it is a possibility that the mother is going to reach a point that she will have to go to a home, be cared for and all that because the father's gone and all that, but the fact that the girl's doing this, my mom sat us down crying and apologized to us for being a burden. Told us she was going to look at homes so we could be free to live our lives. When we finally found out why she was saying this, my dad lost it. Hell yeah, I would too. I called my girlfriend and told her to stay the F away from me and my family. That was when that she was a cold-hearted bitch who belongs in hell. Amen, brother. She called me a sick pervert. Now I have people talking about how I'm in a S-word relationship with my mom. She was going around spreading rumors that her boyfriend here, because he didn't do what she wanted, was in a S-word relationship with his mom. You gotta be shitting me. You can't make this shit up. I mean, what an asshole. I'm willing to bet you she wanted her boyfriend to go off to this Ivy League school, which, by the way, you're going to find out is Harvard. And that would make her look good and probably her ticket out of where they were going. Thinking, I'll latch on to this guy because this guy's going somewhere in life. But now he doesn't want to do that because he wants to take care of his mom. Now, I guarantee his mom wants him to go off and achieve these things, as for her. But still, the fact that this guy is kind enough and loving enough to sacrifice his plans to help his mom and do what he can to help her, that says a lot. Now I have people talking about how I'm in an S-word relationship with my mom. I'm still pissed because my mom is hurting and depressed. None of us want her in a home. But it's really what my mom wants. Are we being selfish if we don't put her in one? No. At the end of the day, it's a very tough decision. But if that's what she wants and maybe what she needs, that's certainly something to think about here. As a small update, he says, Dad's taking a couple weeks off. I sent him a link to this so he could read all the comments. Granted, ultimately, any decisions will be made by him and my mom, but he wants us all to sit down and talk together. I do want to let you all know that I'm still going to school, but instead of an Ivy League school, I'm going to the University of Arkansas. My middle brother, Jake, is studying diesel mechanics, and Johnny, the youngest, has a ways to go before graduating high school and joining the Navy. My girlfriend is in the X category. I'll let y'all know what happens after my dad and mom talk with us. So that's the end of part one. Now notice he said, we're from Arkansas, and I had a feeling something like that. So this guy definitely is his girlfriend's ticket out of there. No offense to the brothers in Arkansas, but you know what I'm talking about there. Now we're going to read a few comments here. I'm going to go on to how this whole thing ends. And let me tell you, it's pretty funny how things go with the ex-girlfriend. Quick comments. This guy says, not the a-hole. Your girlfriend's a complete a-hole. You need to take the dream university. I can promise you that more than anything in the world, your mom wants you to have your future. That has been her dream for the past 19 years. Seeing you succeed will give her more peace and happiness than you can imagine. I agree with that. Number two, not the a-hole. Your mom, not the a-hole, but someone who lived with their relative as helped be a caregiver during the end of their life. I think your mom would want you to go to college. She would not want you to give up everything that she wished you for. She probably already feels horrible that you gave up your full ride scholarship for her, and this conversation was just icing on the cake. Did she specifically ask you guys to stay at home with her and constantly care for her, or just you think about that is what you want, and she is going along with it? Fair question. I do think the mother wants him to go. Absolutely. But you can see why this guy feels awful. But if arrangements can be made for her one way or another with the dad and the brothers and maybe her going to a home, I don't know what, and him still go off to school maybe the next semester, that'd be great. And lies when this guy's not the a-hole. Holy hell, OP. The only thing that could have been the a-hole is if you stayed together with your disgusting ex. You're a good son, and your mom is lucky to have you through this terrible time. This guy's a fucking saint. Now on to the update, and the way this goes, definitely you wouldn't see coming. It says here, so in the span of just a few days, a lot has happened. Number one, my mom found my post and commented. She also found out that my ex had accused me of having an S-word relationship with my mom. Oh my God. Now I have a question here. If she is in and out of the state where she can't really do anything, how is she seeing this post? Unless, like he says, she does come in and out and she can use her arms every once in a while and likes to read things online. I don't know. And number two, yes, I got into Harvard. But I gave that up to help care for my mom. I go to the University of Arkansas. My dream of becoming a doctor hasn't changed, just that path. You can still become a doctor. He says, Dad came home and took my mom out. I guess they had fun because they left frowning and came home stupid smiling. This morning, the smiles dropped when we got a knock on the door. Apparently, my mom invited my viper of an ex-girlfriend and her family over. Now, when I first read this, I'm thinking, you gotta be shitting me. You're inviting that a-hole over? Well, just watch. In a true hostess fashion, my mom was very nice with the small talk for a few minutes. and then lowered the boom. Apparently, a few years ago, my mom, who was a caregiver, took care of my ex's grandparents in a nursing home. She flat out asked if the ex thought she was effing her grandparents because she changed them, bathed them, and helped dress them. The look on my ex's parents' faces were priceless. When asked what my mom was talking about, my mom explained that my ex was going around telling people that I was in an SR relationship with her because of me taking care of her. That would have been fun to watch. They thought we had broken up because I had cheated. Of course, the girlfriend blamed him. When her dad found out what she'd been saying about my mom, and he apologized to us, and then he lost it on her. After they left, we had a family meeting. Mom says she wants to go to a home because she doesn't want any of us to have a resentment for her giving up being normal teens and our dreams for her. She also feels like she's become a hardship on Dad. Dad just looked at her and informed her that her place was by his side unless it was unsafe for her physically, that he'd just move into a nursing home with her. As for me, I told her I'm fine with where I am. My brothers agreed. We go with friends. Through most of our friends prefer to hang out with our house. We go on dates. We're normal teens. We did come to a compromise that we'd revisit the issue in 1 year. Unfortunately, the stress has caused an issue, so Mom is at the spa, aka the hospital, tonight with Dad. Thanks again to everyone. Well, that is quite the story there. And again, sadly, nothing surprises me in this world. It's just, you got people that are the biggest a-holes. The fact that she was spreading that around, I mean, like, people would actually believe that. But I mean, once a rumor is spread, even if it's absurd, people are still going to remember a person based on that rumor, right? And so that's why, lawsuits happen because people saying things that, even if they're absurd, lawsuits do happen because of that, If somebody was spreading a rumor that some dude was going around effing dogs, even though it wasn't true, people are still remember that guy as the guy that supposedly was effing dogs, right? But anyhow, a-hole the year war, a-hole the century for that girlfriend. But it's pretty funny how the mom, come on over, and tells them this story. Do you think I was effing your grandparents because I was helping them out? And the fact that the mom was working in a nursing home, I mean, she definitely deserves good care. And I really wish her the best. And this guy, and again, there are elements to this that seem a little like there's some creative writing, but you never know. Truth is stranger than fiction. So, all right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below what you think about this. And, guys, also, if you got a great story you'd like to share, or you find a great story online, by all means, email it to me, strongsuccessfulmail@gmail.com. Just give me some time to get to it, and I definitely will when I get a chance down the road. I get bombarded with these things, and I try to find the best, most unique ones I can cover, so that way I have a lot of variety in the stories that I go over, because I get tons of these. But keep them coming, because if I don't do it now, I'll definitely use it down the road. And some of them I may not be able to use, but again, the more you send them, definitely helps me out. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.